We welcome you to the second event of the V8 Supercars Championship here at Gone Broke Racing. This week we're in Tasmania at the Symmons Plains Raceway. So this race will be 23 laps, be using the intermediate tire, no mandatory pit. Jeff Hooper sets the pole with a 51.016. John Colbert Jr. will start second. Last week's winner Armando Edwards will start third, Rich Minkler in fourth, as we go down the rest of the lineup. So this weekend was originally scheduled for a two-race event. Unfortunately, we've run into some technical issues, so we'll just be having this one race. The second one has been canceled. So Symmons Plains Raceway is a short 1.5-mile course. It consists of just 7 corners. On the outside it looks very simple. It's in fact a very technical track, as it consists of long straights as well as sharp hairpins. The turn 4 hairpin is extremely difficult to get the power back down. And then on the back straight around the sweeping left-handers at turns 6 and 7, the rear end wants to kick out, which causes the cars to want to go sideways through that sweeping left-hander. So it definitely proves to be a very big challenge for these drivers. Let's go down to the start-finish line. 28 cars on the grid, 1.5-mile circuit, and we're underway. Tire smoke as they take off the line. And it looks like the first half of the cars get through turn 2 very well. And I spoke too soon. Looks like we have a couple cars spin out here. Had about 4 or 5 cars involved there. Don't see anybody with terminal damage. Jeff Hooper will maintain the lead, coming down the back straight after the turn 4 hairpin. And again, so far the first half get through the hairpin, and it looks like Tony Diamond got spun out, and now Kurt Lang also got hit from behind, so we got 2 cars that have spun out. So not a great start for a few drivers here, but 28 cars out here, it's tough to get through clean on this first lap. So they come sweeping around the last corner, turn 7, just prior to the start-finish line. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happened. You can see the first half of the field gets through okay, and Jim Troy tries to merge back on, and Brent Dicer comes back on, and looks like there was 2 or 3 guys responsible for that. It's tough because guys are braking really late. Here's a replay of the hairpin. Let's take a look at this. And the top half of the field seemed to be single file through there. Actually went fairly well through the first 3/4 of the field. And it looks like Tony Diamond tried to make a move to the inside on Greg Conley, and then got into the side of him and spun him around. It looks like Jim Troy also got in the back of Kurt Lang. So their top 5, Jeff Hooper with John Colbert Jr. right behind him. Armando Edwards in 3rd, Rich Minkler 4th, and Pat Sweeney currently in 5th. They're already working around some lap traffic. See that all race long. This is a very short circuit, so you're going to see constant traffic throughout the course of the race. The average lap time here is about 51-52 seconds. It's a cool shot of the hairpin. One by each direction. And this is another great shot from up above. Up at the top of the screen, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that left-hander, sweeping left-hander there at turns 6 and 7 proved to be very challenging as well. This is a battle for 10th between Moore and Juliet. Juliet gets a little brake lock up, tries to get to the inside. On the left rear corner there are Moore, gives him a little bit of room. They go sweeping through. That's technically a corner, turn 5, as the road bends to the right. And both cars lock them up. Moore stays wide. Great racing by both these drivers, giving each other plenty of room. And looks like Moore does a very good job and is going to hold that position for the time being. Again, this is a turn 5 sweeping right-hander that I mentioned earlier. This is Durbin and Kurt Lang going side by side. That's Heath just in front of him. Looks like Durbin got into the back of Lang, sent him into the wall. No damage, but pushed him off the track there. It's real tight through there as both cars went sliding through the corner. Hard to put fault on either guy, as it's just hard racing. And this is Wheat and Heath both go off track as they work their way out of the sand pit. As you can see, Hooper has about a 3-second lead over Colbert. On board with Colbert. And that's Heath coming back out of the sand trap, pulls right out in front of Colbert, T-bones him, and that's going to cause Colbert to drop into 4th place as Edwards and Minkler both goodbye. It's a very unfortunate incident there. And this is Smokey Dawson and Chris Sherbert on board with Sherbert. And Sherbert locks him up, gets into the back of Dawson. He's right in the middle of the hairpin. Both cars able to get back underway. Actually, Dawson spins back out, so he's going to drop even more spots. Real dangerous spot here, trying to get turned back around. And luckily, no other cars involved. Dawson will get back underway. Not a lot of racing room on this track. Heath's car clearly has some significant damages. Smoke's billowing out the back end. And he goes sliding into the wall. He's off the track at the hairpin. But it appears his day is done. And we've got a really tight battle mid-pack here. About 6 cars going down the front straight. See the base locking the tires up at that hairpin. All of them do a very nice job getting through there cleanly. And a battle for 7th between Moore, Sweeney, and Juliet. Sherbert goes off there a little bit. Sweeney and Moore are just up ahead. Heading into turn 6. Sweeney locks up the left rear. Moore goes wide. Actually, Moore goes completely off the track. And that will allow both Sweeney and Juliet by. Lap 16. Hooper in the lead. Edwards in 2nd. Minkler in 3rd. Colbert in 4th. And Green has moved his way up into 5th. So just a few laps to go. Sweeney and Hawks have a good battle going on here for 6th. Sweeney's been working his way up. And looks like a couple cars come together. That's Troy and Eddie. And Hawks has nowhere to go, and that will allow Sweeney by to take that position. It's Fernandez. Going to move to the inside. Take the position from Durbin. Both these drivers have had a very nice race today. And this is Pat Collins and Troy Eddy on board with Collins. And coming around the sweeping left-hander, the last corner. Eddy gets loose, spins out right in front of Collins, slams into the wall. He is driving backwards on the track, goes right in front of 2 other cars, just about causes another accident. So I don't know if he lost his brakes or what there, or lost track of where he was after spinning out. He's still in the middle of the track. Very dangerous. And Eddie will finally get his car back underway. Coming on to the final lap, Hooper has a comfortable lead. Edwards in second. Minkler third. Colbert in fourth. And Green still in fifth. So that'll be the finishing order, but we still have a position up for grabs. This is for sixth between Sweeney and Hawks. And Sweeney's got the draft on Hawks, going to try to make the move to the inside, locks him up, spins out. Hawks ducks underneath and will hold that position. But that move will also allow Juliet by, so Sweeney will finish in eighth. Jeff Hooper, race 2 winner. Be happy to get his first victory of the season. And here are the results. And the current standings, Edwards will still hold the lead. Hooper moves up to second, with Colbert not too far behind in third. Our next event will take us to the newly renovated track Pukekohe in Auckland, New Zealand. Thanks again for watching this GBR presentation.